Hello everyone, today I'm going to talk about the visual language of an artwork named Elephant, Tiger and a Bird. This painting was painted under Rajput dynasty during the 19th century in Mandi School of Art. This painting is a miniature painting which was inspired by Pahari School of Art, known for its miniature paintings with the bow lines and the detailed features. In this painting, I'm going to talk about the elements and the principles of the design which I observed, analyzed and interpreted at my own level. Here I starts with the elements of design. The first thing I noticed was the bird's body. I noticed the wings of the bird in which the lines are curved inwards at the end, showing the feathers of the bird. The C-shaped structure in the body of the bird shows the feather effects. The tail and the wings in the upward position make me think that the bird just landed onto the body of the tiger. The white dotted structure in the neck shows the movement of the neck. Moving towards the body of the tiger, the orange and the white color are very bright and makes the element look more prominent from the rest of the painting. The wavy lines in the body of the figure makes me feel like it is a tiger's body. Use of blurred red dots showing the dripping effect as the pigment got less as we move our eyes down with the red dots. The use of the contrasting and the complementary colors make the creatures most prominent. The red color in the painting makes me feel that it's a blood flowing from the body of the creatures. Moving towards the principles of design. The first thing I noticed and identified were the rasas. Bhaya rasa depicts terror and the Rudra rasa showing violence and anger. Then I noticed the eye movements. The first eye movement I noticed was the bird's tail in the upward direction touching the sky and the tiger tail touching the land. Shows the eye movement by creating a line. The elephant trunk from the bird's beak above moving towards the tiger's tail, creating an eye movement, taking the elephant trunk as the middle element. Other than these two eye movements, I have observed one more eye movement, which is moving from tiger to bird and then goes to the flowing blood to the elephant's body. According to the color and using flowing technique is an important element. Then I noticed the proportions of the body. The proportion of the tiger body and the elephant show the dominance power. The color of the border and the blood are almost same, which makes the painting more balanced. I've also noticed the tail of the bird in the most left corner and the tail of the tiger in the most left corner make the painting composition balanced at the left side of the painting. To complement it on the right side, it's seen that the elephant's trunk makes it more balanced and look more appropriate. The tail of the tiger takes us to the border of the painting. The color composition of the elephants was very less, which puts the least emphasis on the elephant, while on the other side the orange color used in the tiger's body make the most emphasis on the tiger's body. Moving towards the interpretations, the first interpretations I made according to my research. Here a mysterious event is happening which evokes both awe and terror. It was during the 19th century when there was a British rule and there was a revolt happened. This painting is a miniature painting in which we can see the influence of the Mughals, as it was in the 19th century and there was a rule of Mughals. In this painting, the creatures are ferociously trying to kill each other by using the most picking parts like the teeth and the nails. Though the painter is unknown, but he or she has acknowledged it and made the painting as bold as the act is happening in the composition. The major themes are the terror, fear and the violence, depicting Bhaya rasa and Rudra rasa. Some of the interpretations I made according to my own perceptions. Here it is shown the reverse psychology as the elephant being the most huge animal is under the tiger and the bird which looks like a peacock is above the tiger. According to my interpretation, neither tiger could kill the elephant nor peacock could kill the tiger. If it would be in a reverse manner, it would be more logical. Here I have also got to know that the Pahari paintings have a major theme of hunting. According to me, in the hunting is always done by the men. But in this painting, they have shown the creatures are killing each other. So I think the painter wanted to tell us that by killing each other, will end with no human on the land. Means victory of none. So now, moving towards the recreation part of my composition. I want my composition to have a touch of modern and today's world. So I used Zentangle art to show it. To put the emphasis on the main elements of the composition, I did the art on the main elements only. I don't want to leave the color essence of the composition as I feel like it is the heart of the composition. So I kept the colors same. I used the poster colors to show the dullness of the older era and the brightness of the colors used. In my second attempt, I just tried to do a continuous line abstraction by original colors to put the whole emphasis on the colors used. As I was not able to show the proper abstraction part in my first two attempts, so I tried one more composition by using the shapes for the creatures with whole emphasis on the orange body and the red dots. So here I end my presentation on visual language. Thank you.